All right, YouTube, 106 Falconer, back with another freaking exciting video. I put a video up a couple days ago. My tractor shit the bed when I was trying to push some logs out of the way after a storm that came through. What it ended up being was the transmission pulley finally stripped right out, and the fan blew off. See the fan there, transmission pulley here. I don't know if you can see in there, but she's totally, I mean, it's like it's bored out. There's a couple teeth left on the bottom, about maybe, I don't know, 1/16 of an inch worth of teeth there, but that's below the spline shaft. So this thing was just spinning on there, spinning, freaking blew the fan off. It's an easy fix. You just got to take your whatever you call it, rear deck off, which is just six bolts. Pop that out, take your gas tank out, then you have access to what you need to get at. Now I want to show you real quick here. I got the new parts from our John Deere dealer. Oh, before I go there, I had to in order to get the pulley off, I had to cut the nut with my Dremel tool, and in doing that, I also had to cut the washer because the nut was right on there, and it stuck out so far. The only way to get it cut through the nut, I had to go almost through the washer. So I did a cut here through, and then I did a smaller cut on the other side, and I took I did that with the Dremel tool, which works awesome since I put some WD in the motor, because it sucked before. So once I made the cut in there, I took a screwdriver with a square shaft on it. Took a crescent wrench and used that to pry the nut open so I could get it off, because there was no way to remove this nut. You put an impact on there or anything, because that pulley was so stripped that the shaft would just spin in there. So I had to cut the nut. Now, a word of advice: if you're buying this from the John Deere dealer and you run into the same situation as I do, number one, maybe try buying a nut splitter so that you can keep your washer intact, because the John Deere dealer, this pulley here is $72. The fan is $15. And then, of course, you got to get a new nut. And I told them I needed the washer too. So they're like, oh yeah, we sell them in 10 packs. So this is the washer they gave me. This is the washer that's supposed to be on there. You see the difference? Size-wise, thickness-wise, all that. And I'll show you why, because when you mount the fan on the pulley, then you put your washer in there, and then your nut goes on top of that. The fan is made in such a way that this washer fits in where they stop the ribs in here. So this washer fits in there good. The washer they sold me at the store is just a freaking run-of-the-mill washer, and it barely covers the plastic on the fan here. So it wouldn't take much for this fan to bust through this washer. So what I'm going to do, because I got to get the tractor up and running, is I'm going to use the washer here. I mean, I've cut almost all the way through it on the one side. The other side, not so much, but I think that'll work. I got a new nut. It's 19 millimeter. If your pulley's not totally stripped, then you get a 19 millimeter on there and you can remove it. The other thing, I'll show you here real quick. Let me move the camera. Now, you know what? I'm going to take it off the tripod here. This is going to be a quick video. Like I always say, and they turn into fucking hour-long videos. Come on, get off of there, you prick. Okay, so when I was cutting this, when I was cutting the nut, you see it cut into the threaded portion of the shaft a little bit, but that's no big deal. That'll be fine. The splines on this are in great shape. It really does blow my mind, though, that these little splines, this is what holds that pulley on. And I mean, that's your freaking drivetrain right there, man. That's all the power goes in there. It just blows my mind that this little thing. I mean, this tractor is 14 or 16 years old. I've replaced the drive belt, but I've never replaced the pulley. So, oh, and then when you want to take the tension off from your belt, I'll show you here. You just take a pipe. Let's see if I can hold this. Or it doesn't have to be a pipe, a rod, or whatever. You go between right here, and you get down on the pulley, on the bracket for the pulley, and then you can move that pulley over far enough to get the belt off from your transmission pulley. And then when you get it off, you just release it, and it's only going to go that far. So it's a really simple fix. Let me try to slap it together real quick here while you're on the phone. Put the camera back in the tripod. Try to get a good angle so that I'm not cock blocking you. God, I'm an ass. All right, we're right there. So, all right, I'll be right back in a second. All right, here we is. All right, so what I'm going to do is just throw that on real quick, and then and that's it. Because I'm sure if you got to this point, you know how to take everything off, put the shit back on. So just going to take I took a pick and tried to clean out the splines as best I could, because they were kind of full of the, whatever that is, aluminum or some shit. So, we'll slide that prick back on there. Do. All right, I'm just gonna pound her down a little bit here. Get that seated on there as much as possible. Oh yeah, and I searched all over freaking YouTube for how to remove that with a strip. I couldn't find shit. Looked online, everybody's like, oh, just hold it and 19 millimeter freaking socket and take it off. Well, if it's totally stripped out like that, it don't work because this shaft will just spin. So, all right. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw the belt on now. That's the part I want to. Here's the fuel line that I plugged. All right. So, let me get the drive belt put back on there real quick here, like. Hopefully you're seeing it. Now watch me not get it here. That's too far. You gotta stay. Like that. Get that prick up there as far as you can get it. And well, she's trying to go, but and there we go. Bam. Freaking done like dinner. So that's it. That's what I wanted to show you. Removing it's the same way. You just pry that up, get the belt off, then release the pressure. You got to cut your nut, but you'll have to also cut part of your washer if you're in the same predicament as me. See, so when this goes on, that goes over there. Then that's going to go on there. And then the new nut is going to go on like so. Right like that. Then just tighten it up, reassemble, bam, done. All right, that's it. Quick video. So if you got any questions, ask me. If I see the comment, I'll reply. If not, I won't. That's it. See ya, bitches.